welcome back to the world-famous, award-winning Inside the Actress's Studio apartment. I am your host, of course, the lovable and fabulous Lesley-Anne Hoxie. You have most recently seen me in my role as woman in grocery store who starts randomly singing because she forgot how to behave in a public space. Thank you. My next guest is a very accomplished young woman. In the last 587 days at the Chamber of Commerce, she has highlighted the sharply edged business portraits of our local hotspots, effortlessly crafted ribbon-cutting ceremonies for new establishments, and working painstakingly on monthly luncheons and business after hours that we all forget to attend. Most recently, she posted a photo on Instagram of her dogs that received 68 likes. The actress's studio apartment is proud to welcome Emily Woods.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Emily, so much for coming. Emily Woods.
Yes.
Woods.
Well, soon to be Anderson. Kind of.
Oh, nice. Very good. You regularly hear from people. Is your name Woods because you grew up in a woods? And see.
You know what? It's super close. It's actually, are you related to Tiger Woods?
You know, that was going to be my next question, but not Tiger Woods. I was wondering if you were related to Elle Woods.
Ooh, yes, we're sisters. It's no big deal.
Oh, yeah, Elle, Emily, I see it. What about Woody Harrelson? Or perhaps Woodrow Wilson?
Not yet. I think I need to reach another level that will probably come in a couple of weeks in quarantine for folks to actually be able to correlate such men with myself.
Absolutely, I understand. Now, our audience may not know, but you and I have a lot of things in common. First of all, we are both residents of Mammoth Lakes.
Yes.
Also, we are both natural blondes.
Yep, sure are.
Mm-hmm. Expand on that, would you?
Well, you know, one thing that I have learned in this wonderful quarantine is actually that both my mother and my mother-in-law were correct, and I am a natural brunette, which
Shocking.
very hard to accept. But you know what? Bless Kate, who does my hair. I love her dearly. But we just are unable to see each other for the next couple of months for very unforeseen reasons, which has led to brown hair that I've been denying for a very long time. I'm sure you know nothing of the sort, though.
No, not at all. So, tell us about your home life, Emily. Who are you in core with?
My home life. Stella, you want to tell her about it? So I have a coworker here. Her name is Stella, and turns out she is probably the bossiest coworker I've ever had in my life. So I'm not even calling her a homebody or a family member or anything at this point. She has slowly become just that coworker. Are we allowed to swear?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, she's like that crap hole. What can I say? But she's looking at me. Anyway, yeah, so Stella, went a little bit too long about her. That's probably why I have her tattooed on my arm, because I just can't stop. So Stella, and then I have my other two dogs, Ruby and Winston, and certainly last but not least, my new husband, Dana Anderson.
Oh, wow. Beautiful.
Yeah. Right? Yeah, it's lovely. Going through the first couple months of marriage, but mostly in quarantine.
Yes. And, I know you and your husband had to cancel or postpone your wedding.
Yes.
It's tragic, very
Well,
tragic.
I mean, this was my moment. This was my time to shine in a ballroom dress. I mean,
Yes.
how many times do you get to do that?
I
Couple.
no idea. So, between you and Dana, who is mostly faking their disappointment
In one another or just in
in canceling the wedding?
oh, okay. um, I would have to say, I think, you know what, here it is. I want to say right off the bat, like, it's probably me that's most disappointed. But one thing that I do really appreciate about Dana is he was the one that forever was just pushing, like, let's just elope, let's elope and not worry about it. Da, da, da. I'm like, no, this is like, everything I've been dreaming since I was a kid. And I've kind of like come to accept that we're not going to have that wedding that I thought was going to happen. Instead, we're going with what the universe wants. So, there's that. But Dana has shown, um, I don't know if the word is disappointment, but I think when I'm down, he's really down. And especially when it's something that he can't fix, he's a fixer. And so this is one that like you just can't fight. So I think in a weird way, it's almost like his disappointment is kind of matching mine, if not more, because I'm just pissed. And he's like, shit, I can't fix it, which can even be scarier. So
Mm. Do you feel he emulates you in other ways, like favorite foods or colors or anything like that? Is this a reoccurring thing, not more outside of emotional emulation?
we wear a lot of the same outfits. Like he'll put on one outfit and I won't see him, and then I put on one, and we're both wearing like a red top, jeans, and our Vans, which sounds like pretty basic. Like I'm sure most people have worn that outfit, but it's almost too creepy. Like how often it happens.
So, are you sure that you're actually married? You're not living with a mirror, then? I mean,
It's kind of like what's that Titanic meme that we've seen recently that's like, was Jack even there, or was Rose imagining him being there the whole time?
that's a nice conspiracy theory. I like that one.
My new favorite conspiracy theory. Now I have to
Mhm.
rewatch Titanic and like, I don't know, I'm just saying I think they're onto something.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to Google that later.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Let's think about that scene in the car. If it was just her. Anyway, sorry. But there are scenes that no judgment, no judgment. But this is how far do we want to take it?
So, exactly. Now, I would like to pivot to your craft, working for the Chamber of Commerce. Do you enjoy most of your work?
I do. I actually, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but I surprisingly do. I my background was environmental studies from UC Santa Cruz, and my focus was both on I did water policy, and I also took a historical outlook on tree rings, which was
Hmm.
very interesting. Anyway,
Well,
it was
boring to some people.
yeah. But then, flash forward 10 years and here I am working for the Chamber of Commerce, which I love it. There's just a lot of really amazing, interesting people that you get to meet. And my favorite part, kind of riffing off of that, is just that I aspire to be like so many of the business owners, because they have had so many curveballs thrown at them. Living in a mountain resort town, there's just a lot of unpredictable events that happen in the world, but especially up here, we're especially affected by such events. Um, and so just working with and trying to support and just get to know these business owners, I'm like, damn, they have some thick skin and they are willing to just not only fight for their business but for their community. And I think the chamber world is awesome because you see some of the hardest workers ever, a lot of them just independent business owners, and goddamn.
So when you're speaking so highly of all of the businesses, do you get any, kickbacks, any free things from businesses working for the chamber?
It needs to happen more often. No. No, but that's okay. I mean, I guess okay, if I want to be really cheesy, my kickback is like the emotional pleasure, the emotional value. I mean, it really, I am a very social person. I'm sometimes a parrot and just cannot stop talking. So this really feeds a side of me that I thrive on. So I get that. Yeah, I get to know a lot of people, so it's like maybe I can finagle myself a little bit further in the Vaughn's line.
Yes, that's
Just
an important skill to have.
Casual conversation, now 6 feet apart and trying to jump 12 feet in front of you.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Well, then I know you don't want to play favorites, but is there any business that is like no business that you know? Everything about it is appealing, everything that the traffic will allow.
Ooh. Yes. I think there are quite a few businesses that are like that in our community. And I will say this, it's some of the food businesses are some of my favorites. And I love everyone and what they do, but if you have food, honey, you have you're already 5 steps above in my book. Especially the good food.
Nice.
Well, I guess it's obviously the good food, but I'm just thinking
Roberta's margaritas.
yeah,
Actually out on the porch again.
that, but also I don't know if you've been going by the Warming Hut for their cocktails or happy hour all day cocktails. I'm not saying I'm going all day,
But you could.
you could, which is I think what a lot of us need right now. It's not that you have to go, it's like knowing that you have the option to get a happy hour cocktail that's actually delicious at any time. It's sort of that just kind of what you need to get you through the day, the idea of it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Now, I know you and I have discussed this before, but I think it's important to clear the air with the audience. And if you can do this, explain as best you can. What is the difference between the Chamber of Commerce and the Chamber of Secrets?
Oh, well, this is next question.
Really? So are you saying that the chamber does have secrets?
Who doesn't? We don't have secrets. It's all out there. We have secrets, staff members. Wait, no, that sounds weird. But as an individual, as a human.
Okay, yes.
Secrets. We are not the Chamber of Secrets.
So there's a giant snake running around in the Chamber of Commerce.
If you can count my dogs, which are my baby dragons, those are pretty snake-ish, reptiles. They run around.
Right, that's what I hear happens to snakes after they cocoon.
Mm-hmm.
They become dragons, yes.
They turn into cattle dogs. It's unbelievable. It's very odd. It's a new thing that they've discovered. No, we're I wish more people would come to our board meetings and committee meetings, and get to know all the fun stuff that we do.
Yeah, such as what?
Well, okay, so here's a great one. So working on, I think 4th of July parade is to me one of the coolest experiences ever. Because with the 4th of July parade, it's you are the person who is kind of helping to pull things together, as the chamber. Okay, Stella.
Feel more like a chambermaid, perhaps?
Ooh. Oh, can I use that?
Absolutely.
Good.
I haven't copyrighted it yet, so.
No, now quarantine has been so weird because this like not having, our day-to-day just like office conversations and having members come in and out and, working in business after hours. Stella, very inappropriate right now, honey. Come here. Oh my God, stop. I did nothing. She's being a baby. You're embarrassing me.
A lot of people are having difficulty with their children at home. So I understand.
Very much so. So this is it. And I have a dog who cries wolf. No. And then there's a husband. No, so gosh dang it. Sorry, she was totally distracting me. I apologize.
Chambermaid.
So no, I mean, we've been working from home. We're on week 5 and there's always a lot that's happening around us, even in this tiny small home. But I mean, it's just hard. It's hard being away from everyone and the people. And I would like to pretend that like everything is fine and great, but it's not, and sometimes it's sad and it sucks to just be alone, and feeling like, oh crap, what can we do? Versus if we were in the office, like it'd just be nice to have that person I could just turn to real quick and be like, help,
Yes.
Our next step. So I'm a people person. So being a chambermaid sucks.
Yes. Yeah. I hear it sucked even back in the Harlequin days. So, yeah. Well, so I'd like to end all of this with the questions that James Lipton usually asks in his version of my show. The first one being, what is your favorite thing that has happened in quarantine?
Okay, so my favorite thing probably has to be, either the bread maker that my mother-in-law gave me, because I really appreciate everyone going above and beyond with like making bread by hand, but frankly, I do not have the patience for that. So I just love sticking all the ingredients in there, pressing go, and then it's done 3.5 hours later. And refuse to post it on Instagram though, yet. We'll see. We're only in week 5, so we'll see what happens. But also, maybe I should have some like bigger, profound things to say, but with my hair going naturally brown again, I'm been very curious to watch how other people's beauty habits adapt and how different we're all looking, different as in more natural.
Nice. I like that. I'm very into a kind of vanity aspect of the quarantine too. Yes. Oh, what is your least favorite thing that has happened in core?
The fact that my hair is brown.
Oh, so it goes both ways.
Yeah, there's a good and a bad of this. I was disappointed in the outcome. I really thought my genes from when I was 3 were gonna hold out, but I guess not. Shame on me.
I know.
But I'm really not liking these protests that people are doing right now. I don't know if we're allowed to get political or not, but are you kidding me? Back in your home. We do
good advice for everyone.
I mean, free speech, but what the fuck?
So, what noise or sound do you miss the most?
Okay, so the sound I miss the most is, when you're hugging someone and you're telling them how much you love them, but when you're talking to each other, your voices are kind of muffled into the person, hugging a sister or a best friend or a mom, and that kind of sound in the voice. That's what I miss.
Oh, beautiful. Yes.
Yeah.
What sound or noise do you miss the least?
That's a good one to think about. I don't miss hearing as many cars on the road. Don't miss hearing as many like ambulances go off, because some person hit an ice patch or something and went spilling. I don't know. Yeah, I think like weirdly, as much as I love people, I don't miss hearing them. If that makes sense.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. What is the swear word you have used the most in quarantine?
Clusterfuck.
Can you provide a definition?
This is one giant clusterfuck.
Nice.
Clusterfuck is when like shit's going to hell in a handbasket, and it's like, how is this a thing? It's still happening. It's still going. You know what's a clusterfuck?
Absolutely. If this all results in a zombie apocalypse, what profession would you most like to have?
I want to be a sniper. So you're up high and you're safe, which is nice. You don't have to run very fast, and you have a scope, so you don't need to see well either. And you're taking out zombies. So
Did you play a lot of video games? You're prepared for the...
Not at all. I got this, though. I totally got this. That's the first one I'd raise my hand for, is the sniper.
Nice.
I'll figure it out. Your adrenaline kicks in and everything, and you're good to go. That's it. I'm sure there's nothing else.
Sure, yeah. What profession would you be the least suitable for in the case of a zombie apocalypse?
Okay, so this might kind of contradict what I just said, but the person who's on lookout, I couldn't do that.
You'd fall asleep or just get distracted or...
See shit, to be honest. Like, Dana always makes fun of me, so when we go like way out into the desert and you see these like giant boulders that are out there, well, one of our first camping trips together, I'm like, why are there so many cars out there? He's like, what cars? What are you looking at? I'm like, look at all of those cars. And he's like, sweetheart, those are boulders. I'm like, oh my God. No, I wouldn't be a good lookout by any means. Yeah, no, it wouldn't be a good lookout. Like, every zombie would get by me.
Mm-hmm.
Never see him. But here's the thing with the sniper, you have the scope. So
yes. Well, and then that will add to your social dependency. Have someone be your lookout for you. You have someone there with you the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yeah. So you can't be the lookout, but you'll be the person doing the sniping.
Right. Exactly. Just tell me where, point a finger. I got you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, probably that, because I couldn't do blood. That would be another job I'd be really bad at. No, I couldn't do the blood. That'd be disgusting. Or like, here, like cut off this leg real quick because it bit you. Be like, nope, good luck. You're on your own.
No. Now, if an end to the pandemic exists, what do you hope is the first thing someone says to you when you finally head out back in the world?
That potato chip diet really looks good on you.
Wonderful. That's what I hope someone says to me as well.
Yeah. Or you know what? I would, okay, so that's like my vanity, if you will, right? Side talking is that my potato chip diet like really knocked it out of the park. But I want to hear someone say like, not just like, oh, it's so good to see you, because like I just think everyone's gonna say that, so that's super basic. But like, hey, like, I really miss laughing with you, or like
something specific,
or creepy. Like, I really miss smelling you. You just miss some people's smell.
Yeah, and the creepiness, we miss that too. So
yeah, it needs to be there. Because like, I think I'm gonna probably be very creepy with my friends when it lifts, because I'm just gonna want to smell them and touch them and hold them and never let go again. So I'm gonna be that friend. Yeah, and I hope that they reciprocate it.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, do you have anything to plug before we end? Any, upcoming performances or shows or whatever,
Well, actually, you know what? I've been working on a project at the chamber. As y'all have heard, I am obsessed with my members and I love them very, very much. And so it's really important for us to find and build a program based on both community interest and also what we know is very necessary for our businesses, which is e-gift cards. And so it is now live, mammothLakesGiftCards.com. And we are continuing to update it with businesses who send us the link to their gift card page. But it's just a way to look at all the businesses who are signing up. They're saying, yes, you can buy an e-gift card from us. And it's really impactful. I mean, this is what's going to help a lot of businesses, who knows, maybe cover a couple of bills. It will help with their overhead right now because, the thing is we have to remind ourselves is it's so, if you lose your jobs and things like that, it's hard to pay bills. And for these businesses without, people coming in who are able to spend money, it's like they have their bills to pay and some employees to pay for the essential businesses. And so with these gift cards, we're really hoping it will help bring in more revenue for the shops who need it, well, they all need it, but for the Mammoth Lakes and Mono County businesses. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, beautiful. I love it. That's a great plan. And that's wonderful. And it's already up. It's wonderful. My wonderful expanded audience will be able to do that. I mean, only the ones who are in the county or maybe even the ones in LA. But
yeah, absolutely. Well, and here's the thing, like we're trying to spread the message down to people in LA because that's, some of our biggest visitor base is in Southern California. And if any of them can help out, we greatly appreciate it. The community, when you buy gift cards from our local businesses, you're helping the community as a whole, right? Because those are our neighbors and our friends and family members and, coworkers and, that's our community whole businesses. It's us. So when you buy gift cards in Mammoth Lakes or in Mono County or any of the businesses around here, like you're helping us be able to get through this. And, that's the most important thing right now.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Keeping Mammoth alive in
Yes.
shutdown.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Emily, so much for joining me and being a guest on my show. Inside the actress's studio apartment. I hope to talk to you again soon, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. This has been your host, Lesley-Anne Hoxie with Emily Woods, and I will see you all next time. Thank you.